Hey everybody, we are going to do the poses in I Am Yoga. So we are not going to worry about necessarily doing them in exact right order of the book because we need to do them in an order that kind of will flow and make sense, moving from standing position to seated position to final relaxation. Okay, so I take my shoes off so I don't slip on the mat. Give yourself some space. You don't have to have a yoga mat. You can be anywhere, like in your living room, push your furniture aside, just make sure you have some room and you're not going to be bumping anything and getting hurt. Our first pose is mountain pose. So we bend our hip bones, put our feet underneath ourselves. We're going to squeeze our muscles super strong. We're going to kind of tuck our high knee under just a little bit, squeeze our abs, pull your shoulders back and down so you have a nice open chest. Arms are long and strong, so every muscle is turned in. Imagine you have electricity coming out of your fingers going towards the floor. Head is nice and tall to the sky, and your tailbone, your spine is very long. Okay, now every muscle is actually activated here, so I'm really standing strong. If you were to come up and push me in the shoulder, I'm not budging. In mountain pose, I want you to think how you could never budge a mountain by trying to push it over. So we say, I am strong like a mountain. I will not be pushed around. Try to say that to yourself now. I am strong like a mountain. I will not be pushed around. Excellent job. Shake that out, shake that out. Next, we have tree pose. That's almost everybody's favorite pose, usually. So we're gonna point our right foot out to the side. We can place our toe on the floor and have our knee going out if we want to. Hands can be a bunch of ways. It doesn't really matter. You have to decide where you want your arms to be. Or you could try to balance with your foot down by your ankle or underneath your knee, or you can bring it all the way up and see if it will stay there. Sometimes mine does, sometimes mine doesn't. Tree pose. But whatever we practice on one side, we must do on the other. So we got to do it to our left side. Now the leg that's up is called the gesture leg. I'm gonna put my hands like this time. Breathing and balancing. Good job. Shake that out. Okay, we have star pose. Now, if you've heard the lesson on the star breath, I like to do star breath and also do star pose. So star pose, you just look like a 5-pointed star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the book, she says, I shimmer and shine like a star, so we can be a twinkling star for fun. I love to do that. That's always fun. Get your wiggles out. Okay, we got some warrior poses. These are my favorite. We've got warrior 1. Now in warrior 1, you can see that my heel is down. Okay, my heel is down, up and down. And my foot is about at a 45-degree angle. So I got a nice deep lunge, and my hips and my shoulders are trying to go toward this front leg. In warrior 1, we say, I got this, because we're imagining we're literally holding up the world with our hands, because there's nothing in this world we can't do. We can literally have the world in our hands when we're brave and strong and proud, and we always do what's right. Good. We got to do the other side, so we're going to step back. Warrior 1, other side. I got this. Really believe it, because when you believe it, you can achieve it. All right, I'm just going to turn my yoga mat a little bit. I might need to bring in a different yoga mat so that I have a round one that works better, I think. Okay, we're going to step back with the right foot. We're going to do warrior 2. So we got warrior 1. Hands are going to come in, and we're going to open up to warrior 2. So now what happened was I was here in warrior 1, hands up. Warrior 2, I turn my torso, that's my chest and my tummy, toward this open area, right? Okay, toward my front. Now, warrior 2 is an archer, so let's shoot our arrows. So our arrows are actions, and our targets are what we want to achieve, and we say, I can focus on my goals. Good job. Coming up and stepping back the other way, starting in warrior 1. Hands come down, open up to warrior two. Very nice. Okay. Shoot your arrows and think about what it is you are targeting. What do you want? What are your goals? What are you aiming for? I can focus on my goals. Beautiful job. And stand up again. Exhale. Now in this pose, the next pose, she says, I can stand up for peace. So this is reverse warrior. We're going to step back right. And as we step back right, it looks like warrior one at first, but my left hand is going to come up and back. Good. Stepping together and other side. Right hand comes up and back. It's a little bit of a balance challenge because you're taking your energy behind you. Excellent job. Okay, so now we have warrior three. Warrior three is a balance pose. So I'm going to balance on my left foot and bring my right foot behind me, and hands can actually go here or here or here. I'm going to turn my body a little bit so you can see a little bit different way. Here, here, or here. Sometimes when you're like this, they call it airplane pose, but warrior three. In warrior three, because we're still a warrior, let's do the other side. I want you to say, my compassion gives me strength. Warriors are strong. We're reaching forward. If you're reaching forward, you could be here or here. But when we reach forward, it's like we're giving people a helping hand. We're being compassionate, we're being kind. And being compassionate means you're actually stronger than being unkind. So my compassion gives me strength. All right, downward facing dog. Oh yeah, I love this one. So basically, we're in an upside down V. And we're trying to get our heels to the floor. We're playful here. Very good. Coming down on your knees for camel pose. In camel pose, sometimes it's hard for certain people, so I'm going to show you a bunch of varieties you can do it. So you can put your hands underneath your lower back, stick your tummy forward, bring your head back like that. That can be a camel pose. Or I like to warm up my back by kind of tapping each toe. And then I hang out there, bring the other hand back, and pop my belly forward and head back. There we go, beautiful. Camel pose. Okay, what else did we do? Oh, flower pose. We did flower pose, we did boat pose. Okay, flower pose. You sit on your hiney, and you bring your feet up like this. Good job. And so basically you're just balancing right here. Flower pose. Do you know who likes to look at flowers when they're soaring through the sky? The eagles. So eagle pose, if you've worked with me before, you know pretzel pose. All right, pretzel pose is probably in a different video somewhere. But we're gonna even challenge ourselves a little more with eagle by balancing so the foot comes off. So you wrap your right leg around your left leg, then the arms go out wide and the right hand goes across, bend and grab your hands together, pop up tall. And look through that little hole in your arms. Good job. It's a little bit of a balance challenge. Let's try the other side. So we're wrapping around and we're balancing. We're sitting down in our hips. This time the left hand will go over right, bend, pop it up. This is your eagle pose. It looks a lot like the pretzel pose. The only difference is it's more of a balance challenge. Okay, so we've got to come into boat. So we're gonna come all the way down. Now boat pose can be done several ways. So number one, you can leave your heels on the floor and just rock yourself back and hold this, squeezing your abs. That's level one. Try level two if you're ready. You pick up your legs and you can hold underneath. Level three, you let go of that. And level four, your legs are straight. Woo! Very nice, a boat pose. Let's see, I want to make sure I have all the poses that you saw in the book. So we did far, okay. We have to do half moon. That's a really challenging pose. We have to do bow pose. That's pretty challenging. So I saved those for toward the end because they're challenging and we got a little bit of a warm up before we started. Let's start with half moon. So to get in half moon, I think it's the best way to get in it is to do a downward facing dog. So we're gonna stretch up nice and tall. We're gonna come all the way down to forward fold. And then walk our hands a little bit forward and our feet a little bit back to that wide V. Okay, now we gotta do a lot of things to get into our half moon. I'm just gonna change my body so you can see a little bit better. Right leg is gonna be high in the air. Drive it forward so that you are in a low lunge, like a runner's lunge, like you're about to take off. Okay, now, from here, from the runner's lunge, move your hands forward, left leg is in the air. Good, now, if you're not ready, don't pick up your left hand, but if you're ready, pick up your left hand and turn your body toward the left. Half moon. Very good, we gotta do the other side, so come on up. All right, I'm gonna start facing this way because it will be easier for you to see. Inhale, up, exhale, forward fold. Let the hands go forward a little bit, let the feet go back into your downward facing dog. You're in down dog, good job. Left leg goes high in the air. Then you're going to go to runner's lunge. Okay, now, I don't wanna hit the desk, so I'm gonna back up a little bit. We're gonna pop our hands forward and balance. When you're ready, the right hand can come up. And you're opening. Half moon. Good job. Coming all the way down. We got bow pose. Woo, this is a big one for your back. So, we're gonna grab one foot, grab the other foot. Let's count to 3 to prepare. 1, 2, 3. Pop everything up, your chest and your legs. And if you want to, you can rock like a rocking horse. Good job. Finally, we're ready to rest and relax. Feet come together, knees go apart, stretching forward. Forehead on the floor. Just breathe here and notice how good this feels. If it's uncomfortable to have your arms stretched out and your head on the floor, you can stack your hands and rest your head on your hands. Or you can bring your arms by your legs with your palms facing up. Child's pose is a great pose to come to when you feel like you need to go inside yourself and to take a moment to yourself, to relax and calm down. And the last pose that we will always do in any yoga class is called final relaxation, or Shavasana is the Sanskrit word. So all we do is we lay on our back with our palms in the air, our feet are flopped out, and we just rest. I want you to continue to rest right here. Just noticing your breath. I'm going to sit up, but I want you to stay in Shavasana. I'm just going to sit up to guide you. For 1 minute, let's try for 1 minute. She said that she goes within herself to find calm and to create and imagine. And for 1 minute, I want you to allow your breath to just flow in and out. And with each thought you may have, let it float on by like a cloud. Don't hang on to any thoughts. Just let them drift away and see what happens in this meditation for 1 minute. And begin. one more deep breath. Make your way back to seated. So thank you for joining me today for the poses in the book, I Am Yoga. I hope you enjoyed the book. I hope you had fun with the poses. And I can't wait to see you next time. Namaste.